So let's talk about how I found this multifamily development. So right now I'm walking inside a $26 million project. This is 114 units and 3,000 square feet of commercial located in Kokomo, Indiana. And lots of people ask me how I come across these opportunities. So let's just take this one for an example. So this site, or this land that we're building on, is 2.9 acres. And this site was actually listed on the market by a local broker. So the first thing that I always evaluate before I spend any time on the underwriting and the numbers and talking to the city and architect is I evaluate the location. And this was located in a fantastic location. It was located next to a major highway, tons of restaurants, retail, commercial spaces, major employers. So the first box I check is the actual location. And I already knew this was a growing market and a supply constrained market. So the market already checked the box, but the actual surrounding location of this site was absolutely amazing. So the next step is I went and scheduled a meeting with the city. So I talked to the economic development director, scheduled a in-person meeting, and I talked to them about this actual site. And that is just really to get a kind of feel and vibe check. Are they wanting more growth? Are they wanting more mixed use and multifamily projects in the area, and specifically this site? And that meeting went extremely positive. So like I mentioned, this is a very supply constrained market. There's a ton of new jobs coming into this market, and they need new housing like yesterday. So when I talked to them about this site, they were extremely excited and very motivated to see a project go on this site. And not just any project, they wanted a very nice, modern, A-class, like upscale community on this site. And so after getting that confidence from the city, gave me more motivation and more confidence to go into the next steps. So very next step is getting the site under contract and under control. Everything you do with the site is just going to be what ifs and just hearsay unless you have actual control over the site. So I can go talk to my architect, I can go talk to the city and do this and that and start spending a bunch of money. But unless I have actual control on the site, then none of that matters. So after getting that confidence from the city, I went and made an offer to the broker, got it under contract, and was able to start the next steps in the process after that. So then I can get my civil engineer involved. I can then get my architect involved. I can then go and get my other co-development partner involved, and we can then create a site plan as far as density, how many units, parking requirements. We can start to build an actual site plan and then go back to the city and see if this is what they wanted, this is what they had in mind. But that's how it all started. I saw this site listed on the market, and first off, I just thought it was an amazing location. And then I got it under contract, and then started getting a site plan together. And then after that is just other things I'll make videos on, as far as working with the architect, civil engineer, going through all the approval process and rezoning, which took about 13 months. All that process from getting the land under contract to actually putting a shovel in the ground and starting took 13 months. But people are always asking me how I find these opportunities, how I find these sites. It's all about finding the absolute best location. It's really easy to go out there and find a vacant piece of land to go build on. It's extremely challenging to find a really well located piece of land at an affordable price in a great market. And that's sort of like just the gem we found with this site here.